Tired of feeling like you're spinning all the plates in your design business and at any moment they could all come crashing down? Are you feeling like you're so close to breaking through to the next level, but those consistent projects still aren't flowing your way? Are you ready to finally take your business from a hobby to 100K and beyond? Then welcome to the Six Figure Designer Podcast. I'm talking all the techniques you need in your design business to start paying yourself, get great clients, and finally break through that 5-figure ceiling. Well, hello, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode. I'm really excited to be talking about this subject today. I am running our second annual Naples Experience, and it's coming up in June. So today I'm going to be talking all about what you could expect if you decide to join us for the Naples Experience. And if you happen to be part of our academy, then you get to come to this amazing event for free. So I did mention this is the second year we've done the experience in Naples. It's in Naples, Florida, which is where I live. And it's on the Gulf Coast of Florida. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. If you've never heard of Naples, you should go ahead and Google it. It's been named one of the most amazing places to live many times. So it is a gorgeous, gorgeous place to be. And last year's event was something that I put together pretty quickly and with a group of my existing coaching clients, but it was such an incredible success, so inspirational. It was just great to get everyone together, and we did a lot of amazing things, which I'm going to be talking about in this episode, but it was so incredible that I decided to do it again. Now, it's a 3-day event in Naples. It's June 4th through 6th, so it's coming up in just a few months. And if you're a part of my Luxury Client Academy, which is my 9-month coaching experience to help you close more clients, get better jobs, and become 3 times more profitable, then you get a ticket to this experience for free, which is such an incredible deal. But if for some reason you're not part of the Luxury Client Academy and you still want to join us, I'm going to talk about how you can do that near the end of this episode. But first, I want to go and break down a little bit of what you could expect during this 3-day event, which is going to be so much fun. And I hope you can join us because I would love to meet you in person. And some of my coaching clients I've never met in person before, which is so crazy because we get to know each other so well, and I feel like they've been, my friends and my clients forever. And you forget in the world of Zoom that there's some people you just have never met in person. So totally excited to hang out with you guys, to hug you guys, to enjoy your company. And we're going to be learning some amazing things about our business. So day 1 is the day that you arrive in Naples. We have the cutest little airport here with 30 little gates. It's so fun to come here because it's so cute and so quiet. So you get here and it's super chill as soon as you get here, which is pretty cool. And then the first night, we're going to be breaking bread. We're going to be getting to know each other. I know last year, so many of the designers that came into town were just frazzled. You know what it's like when you go away or you try to take a couple days off. And this is not even really days off, right? You're still working. So this is a work trip. But just getting out of the office for a few days, there's a lot of prep work that's got to happen so that everything keeps moving like while you're gone, right? So everyone came into town completely just frazzled, overwhelmed, sort of still shedding all of the stress of trying to get out of town and get to Florida for this event. So what I decided to do is the first night we're going to break bread together and we're going to get your toes in the sand. And so we're going to be doing cocktails on the beach first night. We're going to be watching the most amazing sunsets that we have here in Naples. In fact, if you ever come here, every night that the sun sets, people clap, which is hilarious because it's happening every night, right? It's the sun setting, but it's so beautiful that they just clap with joy every night. So we're going to put your toes in the sand. We're going to get your blood pressure down, and you're going to meet some amazing friends, some other designers who are leveling up too. So Toes in the Sand event is our first evening together. And then the next day, on Thursday, June 5th, we're going to start bright and early, not too early. I mean, I know those events that start at 8 a.m., God love them, but not for me. So we're going to be starting around 9:30, and it is a packed day, so make sure you're comfortable. And if you decide to join us on the event, don't worry, you will get a full agenda. We will talk about all the things that all the places you're going to be going, so you can be completely prepared with the wardrobe. So don't worry about that. So just letting you know, because I got many, many questions last year is, what are we wearing? So now we're going to this event's run by a woman for mostly women. So I feel you, girls. You're going to want to know what you want to wear, what kind of shoes you should have, who are you meeting, who do you need to impress, all of that fun stuff. So we're definitely going to get into that. But what we're going to do is we're going to start the day with some sessions on how you can improve your business. So I have a marketing and messaging coach coming in to talk to you about why you should be having a niche in your business, how to create that more succinctly in your interior design business. We've talked about this so many times, even in the podcast, about how generically designers market their business in a way it's for everyone, and they don't really use language and details about the types of ideal projects they're looking for. So we're going to get that dialed in for you a lot more in this first session. And then we're going to have another session, which I'm really, really excited to bring to you guys, is we're going to have a panel discussion, and I'm going to have a realtor and a builder come in and talk to the group, because I want you guys to be able to ask the hard questions that you're afraid to ask those in your own market that you might do business with. How do I get your attention? What are you guys looking for in a designer? How do I know if XYZ realtor in my area is even really open to providing referrals for me? Or are they just being nice and they're never going to refer me? They just don't know how to tell me. So I wanted to bring in, and same with builders too, like, how do we get you guys' attention? Like, what's going on? Like, how do we do this? What's the best way? Do you want us to email you? Do you want us to call you? Is it the morning? What is it? And this way it allows you guys to ask the questions, the burning questions that you have been meaning to ask for many, many years, but you feel awkward asking someone who might be an amazing referral source in your area. So that panel discussion is going to be incredible, because I think it's going to be extremely insightful as to what you need to do in your business to start developing really great relationships with realtors and builders in your own area, and get an idea of what's going on inside their heads. What are their struggles? What needs are not generally being met by the designers that they're currently working with. Not to say that we don't want anyone to be like, hey, and specifically calling people out in terms of what they're not providing, but just getting a little more insight into what they're looking for, what would help them move the needle in their business. I mean, we talked about there's got to be a give every time. I mean, there can't always be an ask. So if you have a mutually beneficial relationship, it's a lot easier to work together in multiple ways over many, many years. So I'm really excited to bring you that discussion and that open and honest forum, so that we can, kind of get some of the deets, like finally get some answers as to what is going on there. And then we're going to have a session where it's going to be a little bit more creative. And we're going to be doing some brainstorming and some role play in some areas that I think may be challenging in your business. And I think that's going to be developed a little bit as we get closer to the event. So it's not going to be a full day of, sitting behind a desk and taking notes and having somebody talk. It's going to be very interactive, and you're going to have an opportunity to really ask a lot of questions, really bond with the group, get to know the people that are there. It's not going to be a huge group of people, which I'm really excited about. So you're really going to get to know the people in the room. And that's, connections are it's a really important part of what we do in this job, because it can be so incredibly isolating, because we're in small businesses. We have very small staff. Maybe, we don't get to go out that much because, we're working and we have families and we have obligations, and maybe we have elderly parents. There's just a lot going on. And it's always nice to have somebody that you can call and run something by. So you're going to make some really incredible connections. And I will tell you that everyone that I'm currently coaching, and they are coming to this event, are just incredible people, wonderful, open women who are really giving and willing to help. And on top of that, they're incredible designers, like incredible, doing amazing work, smart, savvy, just trying different things. So I think you're going to learn a lot, not only in the sessions, but in the people in the room. And after that, we're going to be having this event in a showroom that caters to only designers here that I use a lot in Naples. And they have 9 showrooms, all within about a half a mile of each other. So one of the things that we're going to get to do on breaks, and then near the end of the day, is do some showroom tours. You get to touch some beautiful fabrics, see some incredible furniture, look at some amazing accessories, and get to see what's happening here in Naples, because so many people move here, and then so many people stay here and then subsequently move like every few years, that the design that's happening here is pretty on point. Like, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of change going on, and it's just really, I think, an incredible bed of great interior design that's happening. So you're going to get a chance to see all that as well. Then we're going to take a little break, and that evening we are going on a sunset boat tour on the water, and you're going to get to see sunset from the boat. I'm so excited about this. We did this last year. I've done this several times, even with my own family. And what we get to do, which is so inspirational, is not only do we get to see beautiful Naples from the water, but we get like a tour. The boat captains take us on a tour in a few of the backwaters, and they talk about some of the famous people that own homes here, and they tell us some stories about what's happening or what these people are known for, or some of their charitable items that they do that are just incredible. And it's really an opportunity to be inspired as to what is possible. And also just to know that the wealth is out there. And I really do believe it is in your town too. So you have that 1% in your town. And this is a way for you to be inspired and feel like, this is something that can happen for you. So I love the tour on the water. To cap it off with sunset, we bring food and cocktails, and there's a bathroom there on the boat, and the captain is so much fun to hang out with, and they are just very open and giving, and we have a great time. We're on the water. We're toasting our day's success. It's really, really fun. So that is the second day, which is jam-packed full of things. And then on Friday, we are going to take you through several model homes. We're kind of working on the details right now, but there are some incredible and quite a few, like many, many model homes here. So we're going to have to cull down the list and decide which would be the most impactful to you guys. But what we're thinking right now is we're going to take several hours and tour around Naples and show you some model homes, walk you through. We're obviously going to walk through the model homes where you get to look at some of the details. Again, see the incredible design that's happening here in Naples. See some of the, one of the aha moments that actually came about last year was that so many of the designers, because obviously they're not from Florida, were surprised at some of the things that we have to consider here in this location because of being on the salt water, like corrosion and things like that, hurricanes, details that where there's a lot of water. I mean, we have a rainy season here. It's hot, humid environment. We actually have turtles that nest here, so there's certain lighting requirements depending on where you're located. And so a lot of that was very interesting to the designers as we walked through. And that got everyone really, talking and thinking about what specifically were some of the nuances that were going on in their own areas. And we talked about that. And it's so interesting to be educated about how design is approached in different geographical areas. So that was a really cool side note that I actually didn't think anything of it until somebody asked, why do you have this? We have hurricane shutters, we have automated shutters, things like that. And they were like, what's that? And there's a lot of interesting details that, when we're here, a lot of Florida designers just it's just our way. It's just the way we do. Oh, the other one was the swing of the front door. So our front doors all swing out here because of wind. We don't want hurricanes to push in the front door to cause like a breach. And that was one of the things as we're walking into one of the homes. She's like, why do your doors swing out? Like, that's really weird. So these are the things you're going to kind of pick up as we go through these incredible model homes. And I think we're going to show just sort of different levels. So, of course, we're going to show the amazing stuff, the stuff that's $7, $10, $15 million. And then we're going to show stuff that's a little bit more that would be different levels. So we might show the super, super high end, and then something in the middle, and then something that's more entry level or something like that. So you can see the progression of finishes and also square footage and things like that. One of the things that we do a lot of here is like we're always very creative with our ceiling details, hiding vents and things like that. So you get to see how all that's executed. And I think you'll find that really, really interesting. So Friday, we're going to do a ton of model home tours. And then we're going to get back together for lunch. And then we're going to have a little time to spend together just debriefing about what we've learned and get your thoughts in terms of what your own aha moments are, because we never tend to reflect on something that we've learned or something that really stuck with us. And I want you to really put sort of a highlight to that, because at the end of the day, I want this to be an event where you're not only inspired and you get that sense of community, but that you also have something you can take back to your everyday business, your everyday life, and implement it in a way that's meaningful to you. So that's the 3-day event in a nutshell. I'm actually going to start doing some episodes about some of the details of each of the things we're going to be doing, but that's the overview. So it's Wednesday to Friday in Naples. It's June 4th through 6th. And I specifically did it Wednesday to Friday because many of you from our last event wanted to extend it and stay through the weekend and just kind of relax, enjoy Naples, get to sightsee, because we're going. When we're together, we're going. We're spending all our time together. And you want to explore Naples a little bit more in depth. And hey, you're already doing this for business, so why not extend it? We have a beautiful hotel picked out, and I'm going to do a whole episode on that. So I think you're going to really enjoy that opportunity to extend through the weekend if you would like. And here's the rub that you all been wondering about is how much is this going to cost, right? So if you're a member of my Luxury Client Academy, which is my 9-month coaching experience, you get a ticket to this event for free. So the only thing that you have to pay for is your airfare, your hotel, and, breakfast a couple days. But other than that, everything is included. All the events that we're doing is all included. So that's included in your membership to the Luxury Client Academy. If you are interested in joining the Academy, but you haven't joined yet, then the non-member fee would be $14.95. And you're going to get all the same things that you heard me talk about. So you're going to all the events, you're getting access to all the education, all the showroom tours, all the model home tours, everything. But if you've been on the fence and you're thinking, I really am seriously considering joining the Luxury Client Academy, then if you join beforehand, you get to come to the event for free. So if you want to put that $14.95 towards the Luxury Client Academy and be coached for 9 months from me, might not be a bad idea. Now, if you're wondering, if you want to learn more about the Luxury Client Academy, I am happy to talk to you about anything, any questions you may have. I do have recorded podcasts on it, and you can check out episodes 70 through 72, and that will take you through the breakdowns of the Academy, what happens in the first 3 months, the first 6 months, and then 9 months. So you'll get some much more in-depth details about that. But I would love to have you at the Naples Experience. It's such an incredibly inspirational time, and it's real chill, but we're actually working. So it's not like we're not doing anything, but we're just having a good time while we're doing it. And it's very, very inspiring as a designer. And you're going to walk away with some tools that you can implement in your business as soon as you get back that are going to help you dial it in and start to get better clients. So if you want to join us, it's June 4th through 6th in Naples. It's called the Naples Experience. And I'm going to leave all the information in the show notes so that you can reach out to me if you have any questions or if you want to sign up or if you want to join the Luxury Client Academy. Would love to have you guys there. Thanks so much for listening, and I will see you next time. Take care.